Yo, what is up, guys? Ethan here, back with another video, and in today's episode we are getting straight back into the Miami Dolphins. So as you see right here, we are upgrading the players, and basically for most of the players I'm just upgrading what they're worst at or the weakest in, so they are more of a balanced player. In today's episode, we are going to be simulating the Raiders game, as we will just show the box score, and then we will play versus the Rams. And after the box score, we will find out who that player on the thumbnail is. So, looking at the upgrades, DJ Humphries gets an upgrade. I don't know how Keontae Washington was still undrafted, but he gets a upgrade right there, as he's probably the biggest steal. And then these upgrades were after the Raiders game. Kelvin Greer gets a good upgrade right there. Brennan Page, our left guard, gets an upgrade. And basically all of our offensive line is really young, so I'm trying to make them more balanced, like I said earlier. So yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. Maxwell Newell gets an upgrade, pass protector. And then hidden development Wilbur Charles, as he could be one of the best centers in the league depending on that development, as you see right there. So here's the box score of the Raiders game. We win by a field goal, as we win 40-37. Luther Durant had a spectacular game. He was 20 for 29, 462 yards, 5 touchdowns and an interception. Kalen Ballage was 19 attempts for 64 yards. Austin Hooper had his best career game, 7 receptions, 193 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Hardman had 5 receptions, 137 and 2 touchdowns. And also Jakeem Grant got into the mix, as he had 41 yards. Looking at the defense, it really wasn't exciting. The best player was either Eric Armstead with 3 tackles and a sack, Jerome Baker with 12 tackles, which led the team, or Doug Middleton that had 7 tackles and 2 tackles for losses. Next game is versus the Rams. So here is the big trade, as we've traded free safety Marcus Gilbert, DJ Humphries, our first round pick from the Texans, our 4th round pick, and then next year 4th and the next year 7th for Stephon Diggs and a next year 7th round pick. I only did this trade as even though Hooper went off in week 2, I felt like we needed a big time receiver, and Stephon Diggs was actually easy to get. And when I traded for him, now he's not in Madden, but when I recorded this, he was a superstar. But after the season, he went up to a superstar X Factor, which is huge. So this is a huge pickup for the Dolphins. And now let's see him perform versus the LA Rams. Before we get into another game with the Rams, I also acquired Alex Tremblay, rookie tight end from Yale. He has his hidden development, and he's a blocking tight end. And after losing DJ Humphries, I think our blocking could go up a little bit. He's quite fast, and looking at his attributes, I think he's going to be good. So we're going to sign him for a 1-year deal. So actually we have 2 more trades, and this is the first one. I was just doing something to rip off, and we actually get a few picks for some bum to the Bengals. So that is a huge pickup. And here we are in a rainy Miami day, as the LA Rams are coming all the way from LA all the way down here to Miami, and we are wearing the home classics today. And yeah, it's the first time we're wearing the classics in this series. You know how they say the LA teams usually don't do good when it's on the East Coast? Well, right there maybe simplifies what we'll see today. So it's a 2nd and 10. Todd Gurley gets a good run, as that is a gain of 13 yards. So it's a 2nd and 10. They feed Todd Gurley again, and he's tackled, and he gets hurt on the play. Also remember, we are without Terrence Talley and Chris Jones due to injury. So it's a 3rd and 9, and it's Darrell Henderson, but he is short, as that was a 6-yard pickup, and they are forced to punt. Our first play of the game, we'll hand it off to Kalen Ballage. will go up the middle as that is a gain of 7 yards. 2nd and 3, Luther Durant is in the pocket. Get it away! But never mind. It's a sack by Sam Ibukam or Cam. So it's a 3rd and 14. And yeah, it's another sack. This time it's Kyle Van Noy. In real life, he's having a pretty good year with the Patriots. So it's a 2nd and 3. I don't know what I was doing with the user. But there is a pass completed to Brandon Cooks. 1st and 10. Darrell Henderson, the backup, gets a 9-yard gain, inches short of the 1st down. So it's 2nd and inches. Henderson, literally the same play. If it wasn't for Jerome Baker, that was a touchdown. So it's a 3rd and 5. Goff is in the pocket, just stands there, and it's intercepted by Josh Jackson. He goes and gets a few yards off the return, and now we have the ball with a really good pick by him. First play of the new possession. Luther Durant's in the pocket, rolls out, and he's going to run it himself. Hurdles over a man, but that must hurt as the helmet hits his private parts. That must hurt, but it is a 12-yard gain. Next play. Luther Durant finds a wide open Austin Hooper as he's going down the sidelines. Can't get tackled, and it's a 39-yard gain. Next play. Finds very inaccurate pass trying to go to Stephon Diggs, and it's intercepted by John Johnson. Trucks a man, and he goes down. But after the interception, he goes hurt, so it's good for his team, but he risked his play. First play, Darrell Henderson goes out. He has Doug Middleton. He misses the tackle, and that's going to be the first touchdown of the game as the Rams score a 79-yard touchdown. Even better for them. So next play, Kalen Ballage goes to the outside, runs, stiff arms a man, and he goes falling down. Next play, Kalen Ballage. It's a PA pass. Going deep, and Diggs with the catch as we are down at the 9. That ends the quarter. So it's a 1st and goal. Luther Durant decides to keep it for himself, and we tie up the game with a Luther Durant rushing touchdown. So after a few, it's a 3rd and 12. Henderson goes out, breaks the tackle, but he is short. So we're going to get the ball back again as they go 3 and out. First play on the new drive. Diggs jukes a few people and oh my, breaks the tackle too. And he's already down as Luther Durant already has 105 yards so far. So it's a 2nd and 6. Luther Durant rolls out. Beautiful pass to the newly acquired tight end Alex Tremblay. Even though he's known for blocking, he can catch the ball and we're at the 4. 1st and goal. Luther Durant rolls out. And it's a fumble, but luckily our tackle, Kelvin Greer, the rookie, picks it up. If he wasn't for him, Rams would have had the ball. It's a 3rd and goal, almost intercepted, but it's not. So we're gonna go. We are so happy about that. So our kicker hits the field goal, and we're gonna be up 10-7. So Rams 3rd and 5. Goff's in the pocket, waiting there, finds an open receiver. And that is Robert Woods. He's at the 48. 2nd and 3. Goff stands in the pocket. Finds Cooper Kupp. And Cooper Kupp gets hurt. It was a 2-minute warning. So Rams lose a timeout due to the injury. So that may be crucial for this team. Next play. Goff finds Everett. But it's a fumble! Stripped fumble by Jerome Baker. And Everett walks away as Josh Jackson recovers it. Josh Jackson is having himself a day. 3rd and 12. Luther Durant. What are you doing? Nobody was open. He just runs it himself. And Rams call a timeout as they do have a chance to go ahead and score again with 1:18 remaining. 1st 10. Goff finds Henderson. Big ol' hit by Xavier Howard. Big time hit. So it's going to be a 3rd and 10. And Goff, what are you doing? Almost gets sacked. Luckily for him, he throws it away, and they're going to be punting him. So it's a 1st and 10 for us. Luther Durant stands there, finds a wide open Mecole Hardman. He goes out of bounds. Stops the clock. Next play. Luther Durant finds a wide open Devontae Parker. Great blocks by Diggs as Parker goes out of bounds at the 31, and we are in field goal range. Next play. Kalen Ballage. Oh, he has some space. Jumps into the end zone, and we're going to be up 17-7 in this one, folks. 31-yard touchdown run by Ballage. So, second half, we get the ball. Finds Diggs. Jukes a man. Breaks a tackle, and Diggs is gone. Nobody's catching Stephon Diggs. First game as a Dolphin. First touchdown. This is a great game for Stephon Diggs so far to prove that now he's the #1 receiver besides Thielen. So 2nd and 3, Henderson gets a few yards and gets the first. Then it's a 3rd and 1. Henderson rolls out and gets it. So Henderson's been killing us all game, but besides that, we've been shutting down every part of this team. And bam! What a hit stick by our strong safety, Doug Middleton. So it's going to be a 39 for the LA Rams. In the pocket, and that is swatted away by Josh Jackson. Who else? So the Rams, even with the wind in their face, hits a field goal. And that's from Greg the Leg. Who else would it be? Very good field goal right there. I have to give him credit. So 2nd and 6 finds Stephon Diggs, and he gets at the 43. It's a 1st and 10. Luther Durant gets sacked again. From the first 2 games, our O-line was doing really good, but we're allowing too much sacks. I juked the wrong way. I meant to truck, but it's going to be a 3rd and 6 after a good run by Ballage. And then it's another sack. Come on, offensive line. That is Corey Littleton this time. And, yeah. So the Rams get the ball back. Henderson goes to the outside. Big hit again by Doug Middleton. Doug Middleton is trying to kill these people, it seems like. 2nd and inches. And it's what a pick by Bobby McCain. Our free safety this time. Our secondary is playing lights out today. So 1st and 10. Luther Durant finds Mecole Hardman. He has some space. He's not going to go all the way, but he definitely gets us on field goal range as that ends the quarter. 2nd and 5. Luther Durant in the pocket. I hit the wrong button, but there's a flag on the play, and that is going to be a defensive pass interference right there. So, on the rain blocked the camera, and Nikhil Roby-Coleman. They caught a pass interference this time, but not in the NFC Championship, right? That's weird. So, a weird play call. We're never going to be running a rush with Devontae Parker again, and you'll see why later. So, at 3rd and 6, Luther Durant rolls out. We just get it to Hooper. We don't lose or don't gain any yardage. So we are just going to set up and hit a field goal. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the LA Rams. Big pass and a really nice pass by Jared Goff. And a broken tackle. And Robert Woods is at our 36. 1st and 10. Goff. Finally we get some pressure as Eric Armstead is the person to get a sack this time. So it's going to be a 2nd and 14 for the Dolphins. The Rams, my bad. So, right here, I forgot to edit this, I'm sorry. So 2nd and 16, we find Everett, and he barely gets anything right there, and it's a loss, I don't even know, I'm sorry. But, another thing I forgot to edit, jeez, my bad about that. 3rd and 10, Baker, what, okay. I edited wrong right there. That's 100% my fault. But right there, Everett goes down. I don't know how he just went through there. And now we're down at the 12. Sorry about that editing. Like, I don't know how many times I said it. But what a touchdown catch right there by Josh Reynolds. I have to give it up to him. That was a really nice catch. Our secondary, really good coverage. Really good catch. So it's a 1st and 10 after a good return. Ballage goes out, and we're going to get a 9-yard gain off of 8-yard gain off of that. So, it's going to be 3rd and inches. Durant fakes it. He's going to keep it. Jukes him out, and he could have got a touchdown. But we're going to be down at the 10 as Luther Durant gets another good run. So, next play. Luther Durant keeps himself again, and he just dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is his second rushing touchdown of this game. Rams most likely are going to lose this one, but they're still trying to keep their chances. And a bad hit by me. Higbee goes out of bounds, and they're at our 27. A 3rd and 4. Jared Goff finds a wide open Josh Reynolds. Another big hit by Doug Middleton right there. Does he have beef with somebody? I have no clue. 2nd and 10 right there. And it's Everett, and that's a bad thing with Doug Middleton as Gerald Everett gets a touchdown, receiving touchdown right there. And then right here, after this Diggs pass, I pass it to Diggs. He gets a gain of 3, and that is going to end our ball game as we enter and leave winning 33-23. Barely passed it with Luther Durant, but a lot of big time plays. Most of our touchdowns were on the ground today. Diggs, what a performance for our first game as a Miami Dolphin. And like I said, we really didn't pass it. Raekwon McMillan led us in tackles with 13. And let's see if everybody got a tackle. Everybody actually got a tackle today, and we only had 1 sack with Eric Armstead and 2 interceptions but with Josh Allen and Bobby McCain. And also a forced fumble by Jerome Baker and a fumble recovery by Josh Jackson. If I had to give a player to game, I'm going to give it to Josh Jackson for having a big part of our defense. So Diggs get a skill point, and we're going to go into route runner. And he has some pretty good stats. He goes up to a 94 overall. So as you see, he is an X factor. Next is our defensive tackle, Devon Derby, rookie. And he goes up as run stopper, and he gets ability slot. So that basically just gives out his development. He is either a superstar or superstar X factor right there. And then our right guard, Elton Jenkins, we're going to upgrade his power, and that's going to help him a lot. And the final one that we're going to show is strong safety Doug Middleton, as we're going to upgrade his zone, and he goes up to a 70. Like I said, we're going to trade Devontae Parker as we trade him to the Bills for a 2nd and a 5th. And yes, I didn't even think of that going into it. Yeah, it's a division rival, I know. And the final thing we're going to do in this episode is we're going to give Raekwon McMillan a contract, as we're going to try to re-sign him 6 years, $42 million. He says it's beautiful and perfect. He is re-signed, and he's going to stay in Miami for a long time. Next episode, we're probably going to take on the Chargers and maybe even the Seahawks, as we are going to simulate that Cardinals game, and you will see why. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe, and like always, have a good day. Peace out.